let's kick this off with design and build of the IDOL 4. You got your volume rockers and boom key and SIM card tray on the right hand side. Working your way to the bottom, you got your antenna lines, your mic, and your charging port. And on the left hand side of the device is the power button. And working your way up to the top is your headphone jack, noise cancellation mic, and this is a all metal frame that you have going around the IDOL 4 there. Take a look at the back. You get a 13 megapixel rear facing camera, which is flush to the back glass there. Alcatel IDOL branding, Cricket branding, and this has the dual back firing speakers as well as the dual front firing speakers. So this build is very, very nice. It's a very beautiful display, very lightweight, and feels excellent in the hand. Taking a look at the front of the device, you get a 8 megapixel front facing camera. You get a 5.2 inch full HD display as well as on-screen buttons. So let's talk about the power button. I honestly believe it's placed where the boom key should be. So I think the power button should be on the right hand side and the boom key should be on the left hand side, and it is a little up high. Another feature with this is when you open and close your lock screen, the wallpapers do change, which is a nice feature. I've actually customized it with my favorite wallpaper. So as you can see there, every time I unlock the screen, the wallpapers change. Now you got some quick shortcuts there on the lock screen as well. Now let's go ahead and dive into the phone itself here. So holding down the home screen, so you get wallpapers, widgets, and settings. Let's move on over to messaging here. So on the messaging app, you do get all types of different emojis. You guys already know this. On my full reviews, I always include this, and just like to go ahead and show you all the emojis that are included in the IDOL 4 here. Now, taking a look at the app drawer here, you got some VR apps. So you got one that is the VR store. So this is going to give you a really good VR experience, because also included with this purchase is the VR goggles. So that's an excellent feature, a good added bonus getting this with the IDOL 4. I would say videos are okay using the VR, but games is actually a lot better than the videos. And just in my personal opinion, I honestly love playing games with the VR. All right, so let's move on from there. Another feature you get is Waves Max Audio. So Waves Max Audio is a pretty neat feature where you can customize the sound of your IDOL 4, and you just kind of make it and adjust it to your liking. You got different settings there, and it's a really neat feature that you do have. I'm gonna go ahead and show you pulling down the status bar there. This does have auto brightness. You can adjust your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, your sound, reversible option there, music, airplane mode, and you can also add additional toggles to the status bar as well. So you got flashlight, and honestly, one-handed operation using this device is super easy with the 5.2 inch full HD display. No issues whatsoever. So let's go ahead and jump into settings here, and let me go ahead and show you what you get. So you are getting NFC on this device, mobile hotspot and tethering. So those are really good features that I always look for in a device. You got gestures, turn over to mute, and then double tap the screen to wake and put it to sleep. Now that does work okay, but it doesn't work as well as LG devices has it. Now this does have adaptive brightness, screen mode. You can actually adjust the color temperature to cool, normal, or warm. I like it on full warm. I just like the way that looks. And then you got the press the power key twice to launch the camera. And let's go ahead and move on from there. And scrolling down to lock screen here, you got some shortcuts for your lock screen, and then these are your screen lock options: pattern, pin, password, or just swipe, or you can choose not to have any. So this does not have a fingerprint scanner. Keep that in mind. Now let's talk about the boom key here. The boom key is a pretty neat feature you have on this device. Like I said, it is on the right hand side where I believe the power button should be, but you can have it do screenshots, and you can have it be very useful for a whole lot of different features. As you can see there, if you press the boom key, you can have this weather animation option on your home screen there. So I honestly like it, and you can also use it to, you know, increase volume. And overall, it's pretty neat having that boom key. I really do like it. Often I just use it as a power button, since the power button is on the left-hand side and so high up. I just use it really to use as a power button. So this does have 16 gigabytes of onboard memory. This does have adaptable storage, and memory with applications and everything like that should not be an issue whatsoever. Let's talk about battery. Battery life is good on this device. I don't use the battery saver for this purpose right here because of that. You get those red lines on the top and bottom, which I just can't stand when a battery saver mode is like that. But I'm getting around 4 hours of screen on time with the Alcatel IDOL 4. So 4 hours of screen on time is what I've been getting. And let's go on to About Phone, Android version. So this is Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow. Not too sure if we're going to get Nougat on this. Hopefully we will. Let's move over to the camera. You got a 13 megapixel camera with flash. It's capable of HD video, and then you get an 8 megapixel front facing camera with flash as well. You got a variety of options there, manual controls, slow motion, and then you got this other feature, micro video, where you can capture a couple seconds of a clip, and then you can kind of customize the videos, and there's a whole lot of different options you do have. So that is the front facing flash. It's not super bright or vibrant, but it is a nice feature you do have there. And this also has electronic image stabilization. Overall, it's a good 13 megapixel camera, but it is a good solid camera. Here's some sample photos taken on the IDOL 4. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to watching YouTube videos on the Alcatel IDOL 4. Now, my experience has been excellent. I've had no issues with the screen whatsoever, no type of glitching, none. This screen is nice, it's crisp. I mean, I honestly love the colors, and I like the fact that you can adjust the colors, the vibrancy of it, to have it more warm or cooler to your liking. 1080p videos, 60 frames per second, looks super sharp. The audio quality with the backfiring and front-firing speakers just give it a amazing experience watching YouTube videos. Now moving on, this device is powered by the Snapdragon 617, and it also has the Adreno 405, and this as well has 423 pixels per inch. Now the Geekbench 4 scores is 498 single core score and 1320 multi-core score. Now let's go ahead and move on and talk a little bit about gameplay on the Alcatel IDOL 4. Now, like I mentioned, this does have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 617, the octa-core processor with the Adreno 405 GPU, and this has 3 gigabytes of RAM. So basically every game I threw at it, it was able to run it perfectly fine. This also has a gyroscope, the gyro sensor. So basically it can play pretty much every game on the Play Store, and I played a lot of different games testing out the performance of the Alcatel IDOL 4. And honestly, there was maybe a drop of frame here and there, but what phone doesn't have that? But my personal experience was good with gameplay on the Alcatel IDOL 4. Now, outdoor visibility is actually really good. I mean, I have no issues in direct sunlight using this device outdoors. Now, another feature I really like on this device is that reversibility action. So no matter which way you pull the device out or answer your phone, it's going to reverse the display in that direction. So that's an amazing feature. Now, I also have this paired up with my smartwatch. I have the Sony Smartwatch 2, and it's been paired up through Bluetooth perfectly fine. No problems there. So connectivity through Bluetooth, it honestly is no issue whatsoever. Call quality has been good on this device on 4G LTE on Cricket Wireless. I've been getting my calls. They sound fine to me. And the receivers on the other end, they have no complaints as well. Text messages have been coming in very smooth. And multitasking and opening and closing apps has run pretty smooth. You get occasional delay or hiccup here and there, but nothing major, no deal breaker whatsoever. So what is my thoughts on the Alcatel IDOL 4? Well, first of all, if you were able to snag this device for the $99 on Port-In special, pat yourself on the back because you got an excellent deal. Now, I honestly love the build quality. I love about this device. I love the fact that it's an all glass metal design. It is a fingerprint magnet. You are going to definitely need a case for this device right here. But overall performance and everything is just great. The VR set that you get with it is just a added bonus. One thing I would have wished is that Alcatel would have included the straps for the headset, but that's not a big deal. But overall, I recommend this device. It's an excellent device if you're on Cricket Wireless. So if you enjoyed this review, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't, please subscribe for more future videos. This is Paul Tech, and I'll talk to you on the next one.